Morning, everybody. As you may have seen from the title of this video, I have some new projects going on for 2023. The big one being the Cold War, which I'm planning on doing in two different scales. So I thought I'd show off some of the stuff I've gotten in recently. Of course, the big one's still going to be 28 millimeter. It's the scale I'm most familiar with. So let's take a look here, some stuff. Of course, Rubicon just released some of their Vietnam stuff. So I got some of that in. The first one here I purchased is the Huey helicopter. I've never done any aircraft before, so I think this will be an interesting thing to build up and paint. You see here's just a beefy box first. So you can build several variants here. You see the instruction manual. So the instruction manual, you see you can build the medevac with stretchers, or with forward-facing weapon systems, or with the door gunners. So it should be pretty cool. I mean, the instruction manual here is just massive here, so you got quite a lot of different options to do. So looking forward to building that one up. And then I also got in ground vehicles. So I got in the BTR 60. Actually got two of these. So you can build the 60PA or the 60PB. And then I also got the People's Army of Vietnam, or the North Vietnamese Army as they're more commonly called. The all-plastic kit from Rubicon. I did build one up here. Let me see. Here's a test model I built. Guy with a SKS. Really nicely sculpted models. A little bit fiddly because the arms are in two separate pieces. And these ammo pouches, they are in three separate pieces. But it really does look nice having them sort of totally 3D instead of just sculpted on. And I've got one more here with AK. Yeah, so I'm quite pleased with these. And then I also did get some figures in from Empress. So let me get the camera down a little lower and we will take a look at those. Alright, so I also ordered 3 packs of figures from Age of Glory, which is Empress's distributor here in the US. So for the first thing I ordered is a MACV-SOG team. MACV-SOG is a special operations group that operated during the Vietnam War, not only in Vietnam but also in Laos and Cambodia, doing recon and unconventional warfare against the North Vietnamese. Just some excellent looking figures here. Got all kinds of cool stuff on them. So this guy here has a suppressed Sten, which is a favorite of special forces during the Vietnam War. And this guy has a XM177, which is like an AR derivative. And then guy with an AK. Now my understanding is that special forces teams would carry Soviet weapons with them, because if they did have to shoot, they would not immediately give away their positions, because it could be thought of as another Vietnamese group shooting, not necessarily an Americans, because they were not shooting American weapons. And then we have another XM177. And another AK. And then the RPD. And I believe it is these two figures here are meant to represent indigenous soldiers. The American Special Forces teams would often have local guides made up of some of the indigenous tribes in Vietnam, who would act as guides during their missions. That was a neat touch. So the other two packs I got, I have to give a shout out to Steve, the guy who runs Age of Glory. I was talking to him on Facebook, and he actually sold me these before they're even up for sale on his website. I got 2 packs of Anzac SAS teams. So we'll take a look at these. And these have to be some of my favorite figures in recent memories. There's some awesome looking sculpts here. So the Anzac did operate SAS teams in Vietnam. So we have, again, another suppressed Sten here. And then we have the FN-FAL, which is a common assault rifle used by the SAS teams. This guy here, see, he has he has an M16 with a jungle mags and the blooper grenade launcher. This is what I like. I like plastic, but metal models, you get little touches like this. You just can't get on plastic. We got the M60, the La Rocket in his backpack. No, this guy here. So this guy did have a full-size FAL, but the barrel just about snapped off during shipping. So now he's got the super shorty FAL, but I guess it still looks fine, I guess. But I thought that was kind of funny. Second team here. M16 short barrel with under barrel grenade launcher. Got another M16 with grenade launcher. Another FAL. That's just great character in these models, I think. Whoever sculpted these just did a great job. FAL with grenade launcher. Then M60 with the beret. And for comparison, so here's one of the Rubicon North Vietnamese next to the Empress. I think that looks all right. So yeah, so that is it for the 28 millimeters. Now the question is, what rule set do I want to use? And I'm not entirely sure. Now I know Rubicon is working on their own skirmish level rule set. And I kind of want to keep the Cold War project to skirmish level. I'm not really interested in making another massive army. But based on their progress I've seen, looks like they're still quite a ways off from release. In the meantime, where is it? I do have this. Oh, it doesn't fit in. Black Ops by Osprey. I flipped through it. I know it's kind of a generic game. I think it'll work in the meantime. You can make it work. It's not really Cold War focused, but it's generic enough. You can make it work for just about any kind of modernish, 1960s on up. So I think I will start with that and wait and see what Rubicons look like. I mean, there's others like VC on the Trail or Bohica or whatever. So let's keep my eye out on as I continue build my forces, and as you can see, this is all basically unassembled. So that is it for the 28 millimeters. Now we will take a look at Cold War in one more scale. So for my second project, I picked up this rule book, 7 Days to the River Rhine, published by Great Escape Games. For quite a while now, I've been wanting to do a Cold War Gone Hot kind of game. So I finally decided to do something about it. I've seen this on the internet before, caught my interest, had it in the back of my mind, but I will say that this book in physical form is really difficult to find in America. But I was just Googling on the internet and I found a bookstore out in New Jersey. They're called On Military Matters. They specialize in military books, and they do carry some wargaming rules. And they had this book for sale. They have some really cool stuff. I'll put the link down in the description. I will admit though that website is really archaic looking. It's kind of a janky process for buying stuff, but it worked out. I got my book. So this rule book, so it is Cold War Gone Hot. It is for any scale. The authors prefer 15 millimeter, but they do say you can play any scale you want. I'm not going to do a whole flip through here, but their idea was they wanted something simple, something to keep on the move. It's more fast paced, because I'm sure you've seen like Team Yankee. The criticism there is things sort of turn into a parking lot, so they wanted to avoid that. It's only 44 pages long, so a pretty quick read. I read through it last night. Seems like it should be fun. Still dense enough, though, I think. I mean, there's a number of factions to choose from here. I mean, for NATO, you have France, the US, the United Kingdom, West Germany, Canada, Denmark, the Netherlands, and Belgium, and then the Soviet Union. I mean, there's quite a lot of units to choose from. One thing people may find a little too simple, if you can see here, like there's just infantry, like there's no separate RPG teams or manpad teams. Infantry teams are just assumed to have law rockets and manpads at all times. Some people may find that a little too simple. I think I'll have to wait until I play the game to actually make a determination about that. But yeah, I'm really looking forward to trying this one out. I'm really excited. Glad I was able to get my hands on this. So to go along with this set, I did pick up some miniatures. So we get them. Oops, sorry. So I got this. Let me move the camera a little bit. There we go. So I got this set. This is for Team Yankee. It's 15 millimeter. This is a new set apparently. It's an airborne Soviet Army, a BMD Air Assault Battalion. I guess they're doing like a new, like a Red Dawn invasion of America sort of thing. But I decided to get it for the Cold War Gone Hot in Europe. So if you look at the back here, so you get some infantry teams, regular infantry, RPGs. Command is an exclusive command set that comes with this box. You get 3 T-64s. They can be built as regular T-64 or the BV with the upgraded armor package. 9 BMDs, which can be built as a BMD 1 or 2. These were sort of like smaller APCs that could be dropped alongside the airborne troops via parachute. 3 BTR-ZDs, which is essentially an anti-aircraft gun mounted on top of a BMP chassis, and then 2 Hind D helicopters. So quite a bit of stuff in there. This is my first foray into 15 millimeter. Actually, it's my first foray to anything outside of 28 millimeter. So it's going to be interesting. The infantry is quite small, so it's going to be fun to paint, I think. Haven't quite decided on an opposing force yet. I'm thinking maybe West Germany, something other than the US or the UK. So that is the 2 big projects for 2023. The 2 new projects. I still have plenty in the backlog, but I think it should be fun. So that's it for me for the new projects. Hope everyone's doing well out there. Your projects are going well, and I will see everyone soon in the next video. Thanks. See you soon.